Your breakthrough in life is tied to a particular task. So you know how to look for where you belong. It's tied to what? A particular task. There is an assignment you are ordained to carry out on earth. And until you locate your assignment, life remains a burden. Jeremiah said, God was speaking about Jeremiah, said, before I formed you in the womb, I knew thee. Before you came out of your mother's womb, I ordained thee and separated thee to be a prophet unto nations. So every child of God is ordained to carry out a particular task on earth. And please understand, that's why a calling is not limited to ministry. No. Abraham wasn't called to ministry. He was called into business. David wasn't called to ministry. He was called to be a king. Gideon wasn't called to ministry. He was called to the military. Let everyone abide in the same calling wherein is called. 1 Corinthians 7 verse 20. So it's so important for us to be able to locate, because the essence of divine encounter is to deliver to you your God-ordained place in destiny by defining for you your assignment. You are here on a mission. What is the definition of that mission? You need to know that. Because until your task is discovered, your future is in question. Jesus came down here and they were trying to force him to be a king. He fled. Why? For, he said, to this end was I born. John 18, verse 37. And for this purpose came I to the world, that I may bear witness to the truth. So he knew what he was born for. So every child of God is born for a particular purpose. May you discover your purpose on time. And because your purpose is tied to time, for every vision is for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. May you never miss your timing. This is so important, because every vision, for instance now, it is too late for me to become a football star. Come and say too late. By reason of age, it will be a risk for any company, any football club, to think of enlisting me because I'm anointed. You know, one of our pilots was playing football. He was 60 plus. And then he fell down and he broke some of his ribs. Why? Because the ribs have become brittle. For a small boy, when you hit him or he falls like that, the bones are still elastic. So they just blend and come back. But for a man at 68, you are playing nonsense. Your assignment on earth is tied to time. Tied to time. So you must get it right on time, or you miss it forever. It's tied to time. Also, it's important for us to know that our mission on earth is tied to a place. And you need to hear this in America. It's tied to a place. As small as our ministry is today, if I had missed my way to Germany, it would never have been delivered. No, because that's not the place to which the assignment is tied. God said to the man, Abraham, he said, get thee out of thy country, from thy kindred to a land that I will show you, and it is there I will make you a great nation. So you belong to a particular place. And as a bird, the Bible said as a bird wanders away from her nest, so it's a man that wanders away from his place. Proverbs 27 and verse 8. There are too many displaced people in the body of Christ. They are displaced by the devil's schemes. They are just in a wrong place trying to get the right result. God had to move Abraham to where his breakthrough was. And when Isaac was going to flee the land of Philistines because of famine, God said, no, stay here. This is where your breakthrough is tied to. So your breakthrough in life is tied to a definable task. And it's tied to a definable place. And you just need to know it. Maybe I would have been working in an insurance company today by all probability, or in a construction firm as an architect, and be struggling for survival. Maybe I would have even died. When you are off your place, you become vulnerable to all kinds of nonsense. So you need to seek divine encounter for specifics. Your destiny is defined in terms of specifics. So go get it. Somebody may be struggling here now in America, and his breakthrough is tied to Kenya. And somebody should be here from Kenya, but he's struggling in Kenya because his breakthrough is tied here. There are major industrialists today, ordained of God in their nation, to become the breadwinner for multiplied thousands. But they are struggling with stupid jobs in Europe, crazy jobs in America, because they have been displaced by the devil's schemes. It's so important. Can I tell you how important your place is? We were going to move our church when the people we lease the land from were saying, no. And so we had a place we were already preparing. And we had labored there for more than 1 year. So it was normal to go in there. And God said, should this church move to that location in the same country? He said that in the same city. He said that would be the end of this ministry. That's how sensitive divine plan can be. 1989. Just to move to a place which is the most logical thing to do. Now we had a problem where we were listening, and we had a place where we were building. He said, never. And what did I do? I commanded the fence to be removed and cut off all the iron rods that was sticking out from the ground. We had planted 108 pillars. It was a 30 or 23,000 kind of capacity building. And cleared. I've never stepped the place till tomorrow. I mean, that is how sensitive and detailed divine plan can be. I said, God told me if we move there, it will be the end of our ministry. We had a property on Lasso Road, and then we were busy trying to buy that property. When the time I went, I said, look, I can't see God here. I can't see God here. It was 50 acres of property. I can't see God here. I said, I feel strange in this place. I feel strange in this place. I'd like you to receive grace for spiritual sensitivity. So you don't labor in futility. You don't suffer for nothing. You need to know this. It's tied to a place. It's tied to a task. And the earlier you discover that, the better. May Divine Encounter 2011, hosted by this great ministry, open up the next phase.